Namo tasse bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhasse. Namo tasse bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhasse. Namo tasse bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhasse. In this video, I would like to explain how to overcome anger and strong hatred. And with the metta bhavana, we overcome anger and strong hatred. But before we move on to actual metta bhavana, I would like to explain some points. There are in this world some people who has strong hatred and strong anger. For them it may not be easy to do the actual metta bhavana as it is. So therefore, I would like to highlight these points so that after the reflection on these points, they may find them easy to do the metta bhavana. There are these 16 points which I would like to mention right now. Point number 1. Anger. Anger is like a fire which burns both mind and body. Anger is like a madness. When it comes, we become mad. Anger is like a demon. When it comes, we become an evil. Anger is like a disease. When it comes, we become sick. Anger blocks the wisdom to understand. Anger is like an enemy who pretends to be a friend. Anger is like a thief who steals our good quality. Anger is like a snake who bites whoever comes. Anger is like a poisonous food which looks good but it kills. Anger is like a fence, a barrier for nibbana, for liberation. Anger is a messenger of Mara. Anger may not harm me and others. Anger may go away from me. May I be well and happy. I am a friend of all beings. May all beings be my friend. These are the 16 points which we must reflect over and over for 100 times each day for 7 days to overcome our strong hatred or strong anger. When we overcome to some extent our anger, then we should move on to metta bhavana. Now I will explain how to do the metta bhavana. Before we do the metta bhavana, there are 4 individuals we must select. And the 4 individuals are me. Oneself, we must do the metta. First to oneself, then to the dear ones, someone whom you respect, someone whom you love. Then third person is to be a neutral one, someone whom you do not have much attachment or someone whom you do not hate. The fourth person is an enemy, the one whom you hate. So there are these 4 individuals. First thing first, we have to start with ourselves because we have to give a metta to ourselves. We have to be happy before we wish for other happiness. So therefore we start from ourselves. Then to our dear ones. Now the dear ones, there are some thing I would like to mention while we share the metta with our dear ones. Now the metta is very close to kama raga, sensual desire. Loving kindness and sensual lust is very close to each other. Therefore, we must be very careful while we share the metta towards the dear ones. Therefore, there is a three factor I would like to mention while we do the metta to our dear ones. First thing, a dear one whom we are sharing the metta, we must have a high respect for them. Second thing, he has to be a similar gender. For example, I am a male and the other person that I'm sharing, he has to be a male. For example, I do a metta to my teacher who has a high respect and who is a male. And the third thing, that person has to be alive, or else the unnecessary emotion may arise which may not allow us to concentrate. So we should keep these three things in mind before we choose a person when we are doing the metta to our dear ones. Third, to the neutral person. Neutral person is someone whom we do not hate or we do not have much attachment. You can choose anyone, but you need to have his physical appearance or his face. You must picturize so that you can do the metta to that person. And the third and the fourth one is an enemy whom you hate. The same way, you have to picturize. You need to know his physical appearance and you have to bring it to your mind and you start sharing the metta. Now I'll explain how we do the metta. First, to oneself. So we start by saying, may I be free from enmity. May I be free from anger. May I be free from mental and physical suffering. May I be well and happy. Likewise, my dear ones. In my case, it is my teacher, but in your case, if you are a male, it would be your father or grandfather, or if you are a female, it would be your mother or your grandmother. So start saying this way, may my father be free from enmity. May my father be free from anger. May my father be free from mental and physical suffering. May my father be well and be happy. Likewise, the neutral person, whoever you choose, may he be free from enmity. May he be free from anger. May he be free from mental and physical suffering. May he be well and happy. Now the fourth person is your enemy. You start saying the same thing. Likewise, my enemy be free from enmity. May my enemy be free from anger. May my enemy be free from mental and physical suffering. May my enemy be well and happy. These are the four individuals we do the metta. While we do the metta to these four individuals over and over and over, we can see the changes that has come to us. We need to develop this metta bhavana to these four individuals before we go on and share the metta with other beings and to other direction. And how would we know that we have developed the metta bhavana? There are similes given in the commentaries. One of the similes, it says, suppose a band of thieves comes and asks, one of you needs to die. And if you say, my enemy may die, then your metta is not good, it's not developed. Or if you say the person who is neutral, whom you do not have much attachment, he may die, still your metta is not good, it's not developed. Or if you say your dear ones, he may die, still your metta is not good and is not developed. Even if you say, I may die on behalf of other three, still your metta is not good, is not developed. So, if the band of thieves comes and asks, one of you needs to die, then you must say, none of us can die. We are all one. That means your metta has developed. When we develop the metta, there will be no individuals. We share the metta same to each individual, equal. There are no difference between us and others while doing the metta bhavana. Once your metta has developed to that extent, then you can share with all other beings towards all other directions. Metta brings us great benefits. If we start contemplating on metta, we can see the changes that we are getting. First thing, when we start doing the metta, you see that there is no more anger or hatred which you are clinging to. Second thing, in present moment, you are more relaxed and you are more happy. And in future, it gives us great benefits. There are 11 benefits to be expected one who does metta bhavana frequently. Lord Buddha has mentioned in Metta Nisangsa Sutta the 11 benefits. And what are these 11 benefits one may get when one starts contemplating metta bhavana? One sleeps happily, one wakes up happily. One does not seize the bad dreams. One is dear to human beings, one is dear to non-human beings. Deities protects him. Fire and poison does not harm him. Quickly he gets concentrated. His facial complexion glows. He dies unconfused, and if he does not attain a final liberation, after death he is reborn with the company of Brahma. These are the 11 benefits to be expected, those who does metta bhavana frequently. So here I would like to conclude the explanation of metta bhavana. I wish that you all may contemplate this meditation over and over. May this contemplation benefit you all from your difficulties. I wish may you all attain all the paths, fruition and liberation. May you all be well and happy. Sukhi Hotu.